Hi guys, welcome to the CATWay. So in this video, we are going to solve our daily set. And before we begin, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Now guys, what do we have today is that Columbus Travels is a travel service company which plans holidays for its customers. Now the company keeps analyzing its customer preference of holiday destination and the frequencies of the travel. Now some of the customers choose to go abroad for holidays, and the following bar graph shows the data related to the first 8 months of the year 2007. Okay, so the customer who went abroad as a percentage of all customers. Okay, so between January to April, 40% of the total customers of January to April went abroad. For February to May, 25% of the customers went abroad. Okay, so this is what is happening over here. Okay, so let us make a table. Okay, so we need the period for which we are talking about. Okay, we need the period. So the first is between Jan to April. The second is between Feb to March. Third is between March to June. Then you have April to July. And fourth is between May to August. Okay, so this is what you have. All right. Then guys, what you need is the number of customers. Okay, you need is the number of customers. Okay, now guys, so in between January to April, you had 120 customers. Okay, so let's write it like that. Okay, let's make a table first. Okay, so we have 120 customers. Then we went to 200 customers, 117 March to June, April to July, we had 180 and 250 in May to August. Okay, and the percentage is given who went abroad. So between January to April, 40% went, that is 48 of them. 50 went in February to March, 68 went in March to June, 36 went in April to July, and 25 went in May to August. Okay, or if you make a table, what do you have is like a row. So what do we get is Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, so this is what you have basically. Okay, so now it has been given that between January to April, the total was 48. Okay, January to April, the total was 48. February to sorry, it's not March, it's May. February to May, the total was 50. Okay, February to May, the total was 50. Then you have March to June, for which the total was 68. March to June, the total was 68. Okay, then you have April to July. Okay, then you have April to July, for which the total was 36. And at last you have from May to August, that is the total was 25. Okay, the total was 25. Okay, now guys, if you see regarding the total number of customers that we have, so that data is where is it given? From January to April and May to August. If you add these two values, you will get the total number of customers that went abroad and also the total number of customers that are there. So between January to April, you have 120 customers, and from May to August, you have 250. So total customers that you have is equal to 370, and abroad customers you have is between January to April, 48 people went, and from May to August, 25 people went. So total 73 people went to abroad. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, now what percentage of all customers, now moving to the questions, what percentage of all customers went abroad from January to August? So what you have is 73 by 370, that is 19.73%. Option number A will be the right answer over here. Okay, then coming to the next, what do we have is that if the number of customers who went abroad in the month of March is maximum possible. Okay, so it's telling that the month of March is maximum possible, then how many customers went abroad in the month of July, it is asking. Okay, all right guys, so what we have been given is that, you know, March to June has been given as 68. Okay, March to June has been given as 68. That means if you calculate, if you talk about Jan, okay, if you talk about Jan plus Feb plus July plus August, what you get is that, see, between March to June 68 went and total 73 went. So in these 4 months, January, February, July and August, there are 5 people who went. Okay, there are only 5 people who went abroad. Okay, however, when you see that from April to July, From April to July, when you see, you find that there are 36 people who went. Okay. And from May to August, there are 25 people who went. Okay. From May to August, there are 25 people who went. And from April to July, there are 36 people who have gone, right? All right. So now if you see, so because you have to maximize June and then you have to find what is in July, right? So you see that July and August, they are coming together over here, right? So let us minimize August. So when you minimize August, what you get is that you can have 0 people going into August. Okay, so we can take August as 0. Okay, we can have August as 0. Okay. So guys, when we have August as 0, then what do you see is that April to July, there are 36 people. May to August, there are 25 people, but August is 0. So May to July again, total becomes 25. And because of that, the number of people who went into April becomes 11. Because if you see that from here to here, it's 36. From here to, sorry, from April to July, it's 36. From May to August, is 25. But August is done as 0. So it's only up till here, that is 25. That means from here to here, it's 36. Here to here, it's 25. So this you can easily calculate, right? And that value is going to come out as 11. Okay, that value is going to come out as 11. Okay. Now, guys, what we have to do is we have to maximize the number of people who are going into the month of March. So for maximizing the month of March, what we can do is we can have, see, January to April is given 48. We can take that January to February is equal to 0. Okay, we will take that January to February is equal to 0. And in that case, yes, we are getting our answer as 5, but we will have to check further if all the conditions are getting verified. Otherwise, we will have to take some other value for January and Feb. Like we might have to take 1 or 2, and let's see what happens. But let's find out if it's for January and Feb, if we are taking as 0, if no situation is getting violated. Okay, that is what you are going to check. Okay. So now what is happening is, guys, that April is 11. Okay, January to April is 48. Out of that, January, Feb you have taken as 0. And that means what you have taken is April as 11, right? If April as 11 is taken and January and February is 0, so the value of March will get to be equal to 37, right? The value of March would be equal to 37. And that is the maximum possible value March can actually get. Okay. That is the maximum possible value that March can actually get. Okay. All right. So then, guys, what do we have is, let's see. Okay. So now what do we have is, let's see that, see, what you're getting is that Feb to May is 50. Out of that, Feb is 0. March and April is 48. March and April is 48. So what do you get is that May will be equal to 2. The value of May will be equal to 2 in this case. Okay. Then what do we have is that, see, February to March to June we know is 68. Okay. March to June we know is 68. Okay. So now what is happening is that out of that 68, you know, March is 37, April is 11, 48 is gone, and 2 more of May is gone, right? That means June is left, and June will be taking over for 18 trips. Okay, June will be taking over for 18 trips. Okay, so like this, now we have the value and like the data for all of them, and let's verify. So January to April, we have Jan, Feb 0, March, April 37, 11, 48 is there. February to May, we have Feb 0, March 37, April 11, May is 2, that is 50, right? Then what do you have is, then you have March to June. So June also, again, we have verified, we have taken total as 68. Now comes April to July. So if you talk about April to July, what you're getting is that April is what? April is 11, May is 2, that takes you to 13, June is 18, that takes you to 31. And in that case, July will be equal to 5. That we have already seen over here, that July would be equal to 5 over there. Okay. And then May to August, let's verify. So August we have taken as 0, July is 5, June is 18, total is 23, April is sorry, it's, yeah, from May to August, right? And May is another 2, so the total becomes 25. So all the conditions are getting verified. So the total number of people who went to abroad in July will be equal to 5. Option number D will be the right answer over here. And then talking about the third one that we have, so at most how many customers could have gone to abroad in the month of June? Okay, so at max how many customers could have gone to abroad in the month of June we are talking about. Okay, in the month of June is what we are talking about. Okay, so just a second, guys. All right. Okay, So guys, here if you see that May to August has been given to you as 25. Okay, May to August has been given to you as 25. And since you need the maximum number of people in June, what you will do is you will take July and August as 0. Okay, if you take July plus August as 0, July plus August is 0, and in that case what happens is that May plus June becomes 25. Okay, May plus June becomes 25. Okay, all right. Now guys, let's see what do we have. May and June have become 25. Okay, so if you see March to June, okay, if you talk about March to June, the total is 68. Okay, March to June, the total is 68. Out of that, May and June is 25. Okay, May and June is 25. So March and April will become what? March and April will become, sorry, March to June is 68. So 68 minus 25, we will be arriving at 43. So March to April will become 43. And because of that, you know, January to April is 48. So January and Feb will become 5. January and Feb will become 5 is what we have. Okay. Chalo. Then guys, what do we have is, acha, dekho. Feb to May, if you see, okay, Feb to May, if you see, it's the total is 50, right? Feb to May, the total is 50. But what we know is that March and April is equal to 43. Okay, March and April is equal to 43. So February plus May is equal to 7. So Feb plus May is equal to 7. Okay, Feb plus May is equal to 7 is what we get. Just a second. Feb plus May is what we get is equal to 7. All right. So that also we have now. All right. Now guys, what we can do is, let's see what we can do is, we have to maximize June, right? We have to maximize June. All right. So we know the data for February to May. Okay, and for June comes between May to August, wherein we have taken July and August. We have taken July and August as this 0 we are taking, because we have to maximize June. So we are going to take July and August as 0. That means the only value that now we need to find is for May, because what we know is that May to August is 25, out of the July and August is 0. So what we need is the value of May to get the value of June, right? And what we know is that February plus May is equal to 7. Okay, February plus May is equal to 7. And guys, what you have to do is you have to maximize June. So what you have to do is you need to minimize May, right? What you know is that between January and Feb, the total is 5, and Feb and May total is 7. So what could be the maximum value of Feb? The maximum value of Feb could be equal to 5. Okay, the maximum value of Feb could be equal to 5, because from here, if Feb takes 5, January takes 0. So Feb is equal to 5. Then we put 5 into this case over here, and because of that, we get May equal to 2. And that will be the minimum possible value for 2 of May. That will be 2. And if May is 2, July and August is 0 and 0. So out of these 25, 0, 0 and 2 is gone. Remaining left is 23, and that will entirely be for June. So the maximum number of people who can go abroad in the month of June would be equal to 23. That is option number B will be the right answer. So with this, the set is complete. It was a pretty difficult set, guys, and hope you have understood the set well. Thanks for watching the video.